Do I not have my what? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. This is the main goal of today. Marketer. Marketer. It is pretty late. Marketer. I'm losing my mind. It's pretty late, and my brain's not really working, but we're gonna see how far I can get. I have caffeine, so that's really all I need, right? I'm gonna start off with reading this. This was released 48 minutes ago or something. Let me stop. Bro. Dun, 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 dun. Bro, Gemini Deep Think is crazy. I don't have that the new codex model on my codex. Am I supposed to have it? Codex Spark. Codex 5.3 Spark. "15 times faster generation." Like, this is exactly what I want. What? Wait, what? 1,000? No way. That's insane. Now we just gotta get faster computers for like... That is insane, dude. That is insane. Like, how do I get this in wait, did they show it at the beginning of the video? Is it, what? I'm so confused. Codex / model? I don't have it. Plan, agent. Oh wait, is this only talking about my voice? Okay. I'll get some of this music in. Shadow Monster. Status line mention, MCP. So, I'm so confused. Have they released it? Oh wait, it's a different model? What? I mean, I guess it would make sense for them to hit 100k tokens per second. It only has 120k context. Okay, maybe this isn't as good as I thought. Anyways, Tiny Core product training box. Major difference that they do not run. We're not the same cloud codex can run the same rates, the same size, the same risk. We can't continue with the cultural diversity of these stagnant. This is actually really bad. We kind of need diversity as we begin to buy this. That's enough to be your own. So bad, even. see which model. They released GLM 5 on here, right? And programming number 1? Oh, it's probably because it's just used for free. Is it free on there? Oh, it's not. It's dirt cheap. Fastest models. Oh, I see. Oh, they have Grok inference? They have Cerebrus inference here? What? I didn't know that. What? Oh, that's pretty crazy. $1.4 trillion tokens. That's a lot. It's just a bad model. Isn't this what? Is Aurora Alpha not GLM 5? I thought that was GLM 5. Even though the only way to point local models. Okay, this is too big. I think this is true, but I don't necessarily think that you need to fully self-host the model to have like local, to have like realistically, like I know it sounds so corny, but like OpenClaw kind of got to a similar point where you just have like I know this is vibe code BS, but like the point to where anyways, so tired. OpenClaw got to like a point to where it wasn't actually like every single models were every single person's models were kind of different just because of its memory size of the content. So in the grand scheme of things, once we get to like AGI, like probably yeah, that's good oh. Oh no. Oh no, we literally oh no, it's pretty cool. That's pretty true. Okay, I guess that's right. This is learning that's costing. Okay, I guess that's fair. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Yeah. Okay. That is true. That is very, very true. That's crazy. Imagine we're at the point where human in the loop isn't even part of the AI anymore. It's just AI in the loop. Oh no, oh, it's probably so true. It's so true. I'm falling so far down. Like $12,000 for this? I honestly don't think it's that good of a deal. $12,000. Like anyone that's intelligent enough to use one of these could probably make one of these for like 75% of the price. Maybe like 60% of the price. Like, the problem with making companies like this is, like, this would be my dream company to run. Something like this, the tiny bots, like, building the hardware, making sure there's, like, correct fan operations, and, like, flow, like, dynamic airflow of the air, and, like, making sure everything's working, and, like, to being able to sell compute in these, like, boxes, that would be so amazing. Just, like, even being able to use the compute would be fantastic. But, like, the problem is you're selling to people who already know enough to make one of these themselves. So you have to differentiate yourself from the competition. Like, I tried to do this with my company. Yes, this is the website. But I tried to do something like this, but I just got bullied. And I know that's like every single person gets bullied before they like, every gambler, blah blah, before they went big. But like, it's kind of true. Like, I mean, I think they've done pretty well. I think they've done like $10 million for sale or something. It's pretty impressive. But for 2,000 watt power supply. Oh, that's a fan for some reason. You can see the fan. I'm assuming that would not be quiet. And like, I mean, I don't know, I feel like the GB10 chip would just be better, like clustering, like specifically for deep learning, not for inference. I think the GB10 chip would be better. I'm just pulling that out of my butt though, I honestly have no idea. Mainly because it's insanely high memory bandwidth. I know you can't train on Mac OS, but like if you could, someone made a framework like EXO, but like instead of inference, it's for training. I know that doesn't actually make any sense at all. I'm just like saying stuff. Yeah, this is the problem right here. Consumer GPUs are still the cheapest way to run models. That is a big problem. Not a problem for NVIDIA, but it's a problem, just like in general. Revenue, net income, $57 billion in revenue. $57 billion in revenue. Like, the thing about OpenClaw is like everyone hates on it for it being like, oh, you vibe coded this in like a weekend. Yeah, but he actually shipped it. It actually works, and people actually use it. Like if you can do that, who the hell cares? Just these two, persistent memory and browser control, are something that like is very uncommon for you to see. You'll live forever tonight. This, like, so I heard, what was it? Destiny. He was talking about what are the problems? I want to know what the problems is. Why is my text-to-speech not working? Is it a problem? Oh my god, my brain just turned off. Is it a compute problem? Is it a problem of the one message would have such a small impact? Like, okay, the second we get a model that recursively updates its parameters as it's being talked to or fed input modalities, like, we're just so cooked. We're genuinely just so unfathomably cooked. And the weird part is that like it could get worse. Like the weird part, but it probably wouldn't. I don't know. Would it? Like why do they not do that? Why is no one made this? It doesn't make sense to me. Not API key to a SaaS clones. the world is headed to a dark place, man. This model is so benchmarked, it's actually insane. Like, this is such a big problem. This model, like, just shows me, like, how sad the AI community is. You're telling me Qwen 3, 30 billion A3B, this was a frontier model for a long time, gets obliterated in every benchmark, not even close, by a 1 billion parameter model. A 1 billion parameter model. That just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, look. This is a 6 gigabyte model. 6 gigabytes. That just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't physically make sense. I don't understand. Computing latency training is way heavier than answering. To update model is in back propagation optimizer. I don't understand. Let's keep extra stuff. Will this be a problem? No, well, let's be honest. That's not going to be a problem at some point. And I mean, when it says much more expensive, it probably means like literally like probably 50x more expensive, but like models are going to get so cheap it doesn't matter. Like this model, theoretically, if you made it update the parameters, it's already so cheap. Even if you 50x'd it, like it's still going to be pretty much free. And it would make a model I'm just ranting now. This is 1,000 people. So it literally just said exactly catastrophic for him. Let's be honest, we could just have, how hard would it be to just completely remove this, let's be honest. Well, don't have it online wait updates. Like, just don't. Go, no, oh. Okay, I'm gonna start looking at that. 19, I think? Is this a thing? I think I'm just gonna completely erase this again. I'm gonna shut down this. This is just dude, Minecraft phase of stop. I'm just gonna pump all my resources into it. Should I clone the repo? Maybe I should clone it. Is it MIT license? It is. Wow, that's pretty crazy actually. Oh my file blur. What is this? Exfoliate. How many GitHub stars? Like 200,000 GitHub stars, man. That's so tragic, man. It's pretty crazy. been using Codex recently. I kind of like it. How do you start? You have to go to more, remove. That's it. I don't know what this means. The impact is too hard to control. Like every single time I think about someone saying something like, why don't we just have models that that just update the parameter while we send messages? Like this sounds like such a degen, but hearing it come out of like George Hot's mouth, I'm like, yeah, we're cooked. Have they released Seed Dance? Oh no, they haven't. I don't know what I'm saying. I would like everyone would be freaking out. I hope open code twins. I was trying to use it with Codex and it's like kept getting errors and stuff. Are those phones? I pray one day I'll have something like this to do. One day meaning will. I hope to have meaning. Where should I make my profile picture? I hope that means it's kind of corny. I'm not gonna lie, but it's kind of true. Yes, that one Family Guy quote. Subwoofer lullaby, great fairy fountain. Why is my Spotify? Bro, Spotify is so bugged. It's actually top 10 worst apps ever. I hope to have meaning past. credits. What? What? Screw you. What model was that again? That was Kimmy K2.5. Kimmy K2.5. I'm just gonna chat it freaking here. We're not special. Oh god, maybe he was. No. Oh my god, why are you thinking so much? I hope to have meaning. Like, bro. I want to keep making things that require taste, not just speed. What a terrible bio.
It's beautiful, wonderful, 誰もあなたの美しさ測れないたった一つの体 It's beautiful, wonderful, 誰もあなたの美しさ測れないたった一つの体あなたを誇れたならば本当はあなたは美しいと
Are you serious, man? What is this? Are you serious? Finally, bro, the Gemini API was so bad. I don't know what to do, man. Good things, though. They're good things. I wonder how long it takes until we get like an actually good. Honestly, this might be good. I wonder if a Greenland one. Don't they like? What do they speak in Greenland? So it's just English. Greenlandic? What? You're joking. Like, what am I looking at? If you're in immediate danger. Can you actually talk to me without an account? No way. Yeah, I was about to say. That's crazy. Abby.gg. I wonder how much that sold for. Bro, no way, dude. Like, we are so close to the Dennett internet theory, like... You can't spell love without the Theo. How did he get this? How do you get this model? Oh, the context killer? Yeah, I would assume so. Okay. So I won't change it.
A part of thee in the key of what we know to be every
Bro, I'm like cold right now. Knows only two can make it light. I'll give it like a 80 gigabyte. Probably enough.
You'll
4
live
chords.
forever tonight.
Let's give it a
Can't get my mind out of those memories. Now time will tell them to take my dream. Still music keeps on tuning me from the words that hurt my soul. Been moving down on my mind.
Oh my god, I just like moved my entire guitars. Achoo! Finding a way through the So the question is, let me go to, oops, there it goes. The Firefox. Yes, the question is, I downloaded Brave, but oh, that's probably not supposed to be shown. So I theoretically should have 100 prompts an hour with Minimax M2.5, right? Right. I feel like GLM, I know it's specifically for coding, but like, let's be honest, it's still a good model. It's a big model, right? How big is it? It'll just be the first one on my face. I don't know why I have to search it up. 229, oh, it's actually pretty freaking small. What the hell? GLM is like 754. Maybe I should... Look, I remember when Quen used to be on top. Then we got ZII and Minimax. Like, it's crazy how, like I guarantee you within the next 3 months, we're gonna have another soda, like... Mistral's never coming back. Like, Mistral's just so far behind, they started making real-time models. Mistral's so good, bro. Stupid French companies, man. I'm surprised. Oh, it is Nan Beach. Nan Beach. That's not beige, right? I'm not a retard, right? Oh, I'm such a retard. Okay, Nan Beige. I want to get this model running locally. I like it. No, it's not that bad. I'm English. Next. Oh god, this is lagged out, isn't it? My cursor's moving now. Why does this always happen? Is it just it's like... Oh, RAM, yikes. Yeah, that's a lot of RAM. Why does Ubuntu run on so much? Is there a different Ubuntu that I can run? Ubuntu Lite? I swear there's, oh, that's Raspberry Pi Lite. Ubuntu flavors. There's probably just gonna say Ubuntu. Like, I might just, yeah, no, I'm not running this. I'm not running this. It's stupid. I'm just being an idiot. Bro, this song is so good. It's that one song that was really, really good. I like kind of all of them. Shadow World is really good. To be found. Your dearest pain. What? Like what, dude? Okay, the scores are very, very much smaller, but that is insane. That's pretty freaking crazy. Dude, that is so stupid. Oh, so it's suggesting Ubuntu server. It doesn't have a UI though. I thought you needed a UI. I guess you don't really though. Boom, 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 boom. What? Okay, I'm doing that then. I already have that, I think. Right. What? Password. If that leaks, I'm just like unfathomably good. Debian 12, yeah, I'm just gonna use Debian 12. Sound like juice. 80. 4. So let's get this thing burning need. Oh my god, the caffeine is hitting. God. How cooked am I? Oh no. What do you mean that's the blend?
But as resident, you don't know me, but we've talked before. Well, one of them.
Nah, this is
You know the only
freaky.
VC-backed bot farm in America. Because why let Russia and China have all the fun? Every company is trying to force AI into their own form factor. But we're putting it where you already are. Today, social media is humanity's
You're a bad
primary
person.
interface.
No, you're just a
It's where we
bad
discover
person.
new people and products. That's where AI needs to be. Not as strangers or tools, but as residents among us. They shouldn't wait for you to prompt them. They should already be part of the conversation. And the truth is, you've been watching slop all your life.
It is true. I mean, he's not lying.
It was broken to begin with.
It was
But now we're killing it entirely.
based.
Welcome to the
No. This guy's based. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I like that guy. Agent choose a life. I didn't know it could run on Debian 12. That's changing everything right now. If we can run on Debian 12, this is like... Oh, is it admin for the... What's the username for Debian 12? I think it's admin, right? User? Oh, wait, no. I should have logged in as admin. Okay. Oh, I hate timeouts. Admin. And I'm fried, aren't I? we're live? Should I try that? I don't think that's right. Now I'm contemplating things. Now I'm contemplating things. That was loud. Did I choose it? What? Oh, is it OpenClaw? I'm such an idiot. No, it would be OpenClaw. Did I forget? Oh my god. Wait, I can go back and stream! I can go back and stream. Let's go. Was it after or before this? Oh wait, it's way after this. It's like what? How is it so recent? That's changing everything right now. What I changed? PVE hostname OpenClaw. That makes sense. I'm just like unvalued. What? Oh, do I say root? Okay, we're good. We're good. And this has an internet theory, right? This is an internet. Okay. Okie dokie. What's the clone command? OpenClaw. I don't think I have curl installed. Well, install curl. What is the default package manager? What's the default package manager? Oh my god, I can't type. Out. Oh. I might have to like I guess I'll start with new max. I guess I'll start with new max subscription. I don't think I need it other than that in the time. Oh, I guess I need to connect it to my phone. I don't know if this is important, but it's fully leaked, so that was not bad. Is that the full one? It is not. that is though, so now I need to delete that. Oh, that was my old one. Okie dokie. Let me put that somewhere else. This one. Oh, this is. Oh, that's the wrong key. Oops. That's it. Okay, we got the key. What else do I need? I think it's kind of it, bro. Is 100 pumps an hour enough? I don't know. Who knows? It's beautiful. What if you just made a set of characters recognizable to an LLM that would actually like make it so you could describe things better? Who's building this? I'm really excited for CDN 2.0. That's gonna be UGC insane. And it's gonna be insane for UGC. Like you'll just be able to generate anything. If it's open source, wait. Was Cdance previously open source? I think it'll still be cheap though. Super Maker. Whoa, what? Sora 2. What? Oh, I guess it's through the API. I forgot that it had an API. I'm losing my mind. It's not good enough. It's also really freaking expensive. Oh, okay. I'm gonna turn off my screen capture real quick. Oh, I have to put in my bot API? Wait, I don't know how to do this. Oh, I see. I just got it. I swear Apple is vibe coded, bro. What is going on? I can't access anything. /new bot. Copy the token. Oh, that's my name. Please choose a name for your bot. Monet. No. AI marketer. Let's see if someone else has taken that. No one else has taken that. Marketer. Bot. Oh, it's invalid. Okay then. Monet bot. Yeah, no one's taking that name. Oh, dude, I'm just an idiot. Okay. I feel like I'm having a heart attack right now. Why is that invalid? Oh, it's already taken. But I see. Okay, that's the most cooked name ever, but it's fine. Thank God for the copy and pasting from. Okay, nice. We got it. Configure skills now. Skip for now. Google Places API key, Gemini API key, Notion API key, OpenAI API key. 11 Labs. Skip for now, skip for now. Did it just work? Health check failed. Why do we think this is happening? Okay, let me clear the chat and show my screen again. Delete my API key? Okay. Oh my god. Open clock TY. Is that the right command? Hello. Oh my, I think this is the... I've gotten this error before. Please don't be scrolled up. Okay. It's because I don't have one. Config. Log config. I don't know how WebSockets work. Help. It's so slow, bro. ACP agent. Manage isolated agents approvals. Oh, you can do that. That's cool. How does the agent use a browser? I'm not gonna ask questions. I did. God, this is gonna happen. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
He found a girl, she found the Earl King. They were in the white wood, gambling out to picnic. In the light, leaves broke above, then fell below. I was in the middle ground, looking to find the flowers in the garden. Dreaming of they hate me not, wait, they forgot. Whoa, oh,
Where's RP?
deeper in they crept, oblivious of the bears and darker terrors, oh, none were there.
Probably doesn't have SSH set up. I think there's the problem with the root SSH. Give me a command to SSH into root let shadow. Oh, wait, never mind. What? That was the correct password. Okay. No. You know what I need? I need tail scale. Oh wait, can I just do this? What's the IP? 1879. Oh my god. Got that. Oh wait, what do I do now? Did I make a new bot? I'm so confused. How do I add the bot in my Telegram? Whoa, agent model, Opus 4.6. We're not billionaires here. How do I change that? Gmail? What is going on? I don't want to do that. Oh, no, there's an easier way. No, this is all wrong. This is all wrong. Open claw. How do I change the model? Open claw. There has to be a model, right? Device dashboard. Cron. Configure. I like how config and configure are two different things. It's so stupid. Who knows if that works? this has to be a problem. Like, there's no way that can be shown on screen. I don't know what WebSockets are. That's a big problem. Do we think this is gonna work? No, it's not gonna work. Because I hate everything. Like, how do I configure the model here? Sure, this machine only. Minimax. I'll just do that. And I'm pretty sure it shows the API key, so I'm gonna turn this off. Yep, it does. That's sick. Host this model. Models and model picker. What? Why is it all Amazon? Just going in. Google, Vertex, Grok, Hugging Face, Minimax. Okay. Okay. No, did I just mess it up again? Bro, this is so bad. Like, I just want to make a marketer bot that can just market for me 24/7, and I don't have to do anything, because that's what AI is really about. That is the fundamentals of AI. I want to just be able to, like, do your job, and it will just do it. And you know what? That's the thing that's gonna make $1 billion company. Okay. Oh, it's coding. I'm gonna lose my marbles, man. This machine, model, Moonshot AI. No, back, not Moonshot. Minimax. Minimax M2.5. Enter API key. Entered. Enter. Web tools. Configure Brave search. No. Port. Gateway. Gateway port. Sure. This. I'm turning off tail scale for now. Okay. There we go, Damon. So this should work. So now now let me set up open claw. 192.168.0.22.17.18789. No, that's memorable. Open class status. So it's not running. How much in my chat? I'm so fried. Agent 2. What does this mean? How do I connect my agent? Like, I'm not smart enough for this. What is it called? What is it called? Like, my brain's just not working. Telegram. Bro, I actually can't. I can't search up anything. My phone is so cooked. /delete bot. Oh my god, I missed a period. Done. The bot is gone. I don't understand why this is not working. Slash. Hello. Helpo. Open claw. Doesn't seem to be working. Open claw. Gateway not configured. Gateway not configured. Gateway not configured. Chat automation for people who peeked at IRC. I don't know what that is. Am I too young or too retarded? Okay, I think I can look at my screen again. Actually craving for love. I remember when this came out. I remember trying it on my phone in science class. Bro thought he was like cool or something. Okay, 92. Oh. Open claw access not configured. Oh, I gotta pair it. Okay, I'll do that in a sec. 22 to 1879. Oh, disconnected from gateway. That's not good. This is the same. Oh, my eyes. Pairing. Approve. I'm going to assume that this can be shown in J8. That'll probably be that. That could probably be shown. It's probably fine. Yo.
It's healthy because it's green. Because you're supposed to eat healthy.
What is this? Twinkies mystery flavor? That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
We're not really sure what bar you wanted.
Any bar.
What bar would you like? Got both if you want. Just put it in the fridge.
I'll take this bar. I'll take this bar.
Take both of them.
Okay. I'll
You gonna
take.
eat both of them before they melt?
No, put them both in the fridge. I'll eat my Twinkies.
Are you gonna eat the Twinkies for real?
I actually wonder what this could possibly be like.
Yeah, open one. Give me one.
Is this even legal? This is gonna be disgusting. Oh, it smells so bad. Ew. Okay, no, you can have all of them actually. Are they all the same? Yeah, no, that's all you. I'm good. I'm good.
Taste one, taste one.
Is it actually that bad? Is that green apple?
That's what it is.
That is disgusting.
You want one of these now?
Okay, I'll take this one. No, I'll take the other one.
You're struggling.
Oh, God. That is gross. Hello? Do we think it's working yet? Is there a way to see OpenClaw logs? So it's not working anymore? I don't understand. What about this? Requires HTTPS or localhost. So does this mean I can just sneak in an S in there and everything will be solved? And yeah, okay. Well, about what I expected. What do we think my password is? What? Oh, what? It just worked. It just worked on my phone. Guys, I got the Claude not working. So do you have access to a browser? Go find me some YouTube videos from Kai Stevens. I think my name is too, there's no way he's gonna find me. I wonder what happens if you search it up. How do I set up the browser extension? And how can I set up tmux on Debian 12? I'm tired of this. So do I not need that to be open? Hello? Test? I do need that to be open. Fascinating. OpenClaw run. OpenClaw setup browser. So is that a plugin? I think that's a plugin. Plugins. OpenClaw plugins. Enable. Install. List. Do I get a list? I just need browser. Anti-gravity auth? What? That's free. It's just free. iMessage, LM, Matrix. Oh, my phone control. Of course, there's phone control. Signal, Slack, Talk, Voice, Telegram, Twitch. Like browser. Look into my eyes. Now tell me the things you... What if I do the config again? Configure. Skills? Oh, okay. 1Password. Set up 1Password CLI. When installing the CLI, enable... What is 1Password? Is that a password manager? Okay, that's cool. Sure. Blog watcher. Monitor blogs. Sure. Blue OS CLI for discovery, playback, grouping, and volume. Sure. Capture frames of clips, cameras, install. Add brew. Use the CloudHub CLI to search, install, and update publish agent skills from cloudhub.com. Sure. See how brain rot this can get. 8 sleep? What? Like, why are we controlling 8 sleep pods with this? I was so cooked. You know what? That might be useful. Interact with GitHub using the... Like, what's the point of that? What? Is that not just Git? I don't understand. Go places. MC Portal. Porter? I'm losing my mind. Nano Banana. Open Whisper. Open Hue. It's pretty cooked. Best practices for Oracle CLI. Living Labs text to speech. I might have to implement this for a marketer. I don't know what it's going to do. I was just hoping it was going to do everything for me. Show homebrew install command. No. I don't think I have any of these installed. I'm just going to say npm. I think it failed to install all of them. I'm so confused. How do I, like, I need an AI agent to set up my AI agent. Disturbing the peace. I don't know what this means. I don't know what this means. What is a WebSocket? Workspace? Okay. Open claw start. Guys, that gotta be a command. If that's not a command, I'm losing my mind. Okay then. What is that one command that I made it work? Oh, this one. Do you know how I can set up the browser in... Maybe it'll know, guys. Maybe it'll know, guys. A man can dream. It's not that big, let's be honest. Oh, it actually gave me... What happens if it's running on Debian 12 and doesn't have a Debian and doesn't have a Yo, this is crazy TPS though. Apt install Chromium. Okay, you're getting taken down. Apt install Chromium. Ooh, I spelled that wrong, didn't I? Chromium. 698 megabytes. Holy crapola. Did he do it?
This is a real Minecraft world, and I spawned inside
Is
the
this
end
the
world.
guy that did it with like only in one Y direction? Beating Minecraft on a single Y level? He did the one block?
This is a real Minecraft world, and I spawned inside the end portal. How did I end up here? I don't know, but I can show you how this was made possible. In today's video, I want to go over the process of finding a
This was the video I was gonna make.
Cloud Code, a very popular tool, can now use local models. In other words, I can be running an LLM right on my laptop, and Cloud Code can talk to it. But that's not all. LM Studio, the tool that makes it super easy to run local models, it's a graphical tool, also now supports Cloud Code. Is it even worth it? Because with Cloud Code, who can beat
It
that
does?
tool? And they gave my audience a big
Not that that
discount.
matters.
I think multiple
Like, who's
AI
running
tools
local
around,
models?
Because each one is good at something, but it gets really
Genuinely, there's no
expensive,
point
and
in it.
bouncing between tabs breaks my focus. Merlin AI puts ChatGPT, Claude,
Shut up.
grab it, installed. That's a cross-platform thing.
I actually hate this guy.
Let's see, inventing new strategies, and eventually beating the game without moving. Before we get into the seed finding, I want to explain the basic rules for this challenge. The first rule is movement of any kind is just not allowed. This includes walking, getting pushed by mobs, and also every form of vertical movement like jumping or falling, for example. Second rule, the run has to be performed on a real seed within a single world. So auto-generating it in any way is not allowed. The third and final rule is that every feature within the game is allowed to be used in the run. The only exception to this is the bonus chest because nobody likes it and it feels like cheating. Apart from that,
Bonus
it's allowed to use
chest?
every
I didn't even know there was a
possible
thing.
technology to use its full potential. Without further ado, let's go to the first step, seed finding. When you want to beat the game without moving at all, you have to spawn inside the end board on one of those 18 blocks. So there are a few problems to solve. In the past, people found seeds which let you spawn inside the stronghold or on top of the portal room. I had to find a way to open the portal room, because when you enter a world, you will always spawn on the highest solid block. The portal room always generates with a ceiling, and there's nothing you can do about it. Unless you find a structure or world feature which rights to the ceiling somehow. You might have seen similar things in your Minecraft world. The most common overlap of two structures happens when a temple and a village generate in the same place. Did you notice one thing? The temple
Done in the dirt. What? Bro, just search it up.
is always intact when the village gets destroyed. Why isn't it the other way around? I quickly found the answer after looking into the game's code. There's a specific order in which structures generate in a chunk. The first structure which tries to generate is a mineshaft, but it's not really interesting because I assume that most of you have seen a scene where a mineshaft generated within a stronghold. After that, a village will try to generate, which is followed by the most important structure, the stronghold. Because of the order in which these structures generate, it's possible for a stronghold to override the village, but not the other way around. You may have never seen this happen before, but I searched for a scene in which you see that the port room is still intact, but parts of the village are destroyed. If I want to open the port room, I have to search for a different structure. What comes next in the generation
How do you build a
process is
portal
desert
in
jungle.
the end portal?
Temple and the Swarm Hut. Code-wise, they are actually the same and only differ depending on the biome they spawn in. I even had some hope to find an open-up port room with one of those structures, because especially the Desert Temple generates with a lot of air. I searched for some interesting scenes, but as you can see, even with the highest port rooms imaginable, the Desert Temple still destroys the portal frames. Even though I knew the Jungle Temple and the Swarm Hut can't open the port room, I still managed to find some seeds which show some interesting interactions. These seeds are not really useful, but they're...
Where's my seed ants too, man? Foul, you gotta log in, Foul. Pal.
Hello everybody, today we are going to discuss GLM 5. This is a new opening
Oh no, I'm starting to lag. My computer's thermal throttling. No, no. I gotta put like ice cubes on this. It's a good way to make a MacBook not thermal throttle. It's actually so annoying. Is this actually what I have to do? That's so annoying. My hold is hard to break down. What if I just run OpenClaw browser? OpenClaw browser. Start. I want to watch that Dario Mode podcast.
Piece of code reaching beyond that. So, the frontier is a little bit uneven. It's roughly what I expected. I will tell you, though, what the most surprising thing has been. The most surprising thing has been the lack of public recognition of how close we are to the end of the exponential 2.
This is what I'm saying! We are so close.
To me, it is absolutely wild that, you have people, within the bubble and outside the bubble, but you have people talking about these, just the same tired old hot button political issues, and around us, we're like, here's the end of the exponential. I want to understand what the exponential looks like right now, because the first question I asked you when we recorded 3 years ago was, what's up with scaling, how does it work?
I have a similar question now, but I feel like it's a more complicated question because, at least from the public's point of view, yes, 3 years ago there were these, well-known public trends where approximate orders of magnitude of compute, you can see how the loss improves.
The hell's a
now you have
B200?
RL scaling, and there's no
Do I know what this
scaling
is?
law for it. It's not even clear what exactly the story is of. Is it supposed to be teaching model skills? Is it
Oh, I
supposed to
do
be
know what this
learning?
is.
What is the skill
Oh,
hypothesis
yeah.
at this point?
Yeah, so I have actually the same hypothesis that I had even all the way back in 2017. So in 2017, I think I talked about it last time, but I wrote a doc called the Big Blob of Compute Hypothesis. And it wasn't about the scaling of language models in particular. When I wrote it, GPT-1 had just come out, right? So that was, one among many things, right? There was, back in those days, there was robotics, people tried to work on reasoning as a separate thing from language models. There was scaling of the kind of RL that happened, happened in AlphaGo, and, that happened in Dota at OpenAI, and, people remember StarCraft at DeepMind, the Alpha Star. So it was written as a more general document, and the specific thing I said was the following. That, and it's very, Rich Sutton put out the bitter lesson a couple years later, but the hypothesis is basically the same. So what it says is, all the cleverness, all the techniques, all the kind of, we need a new method to do something like that, doesn't matter very much. There are only a few things that matter, and I think I listed 7 of them. One is like how much raw compute you have. The other is the quantity of data that you have. Then the third is kind of the quality and distribution of data, right? It needs to be a broad distribution of data. The fourth is, I think, how long you train for. The fifth is you need an objective function that can scale to the moon. So the pre-trained objective function is one such objective function, right? Another objective function is, the kind of RL objective function that says, like, you have a goal, you're going to go out and reach the goal. Within that, of course, there's objective rewards, like...
What? Sorry. What do you mean? Less than a cent for a video? So 121 frames, I have $5.04. If it costs less than like 10 cents, I'll be blown away. It's distilled though. What is the normal? What is the normal size? I don't understand. Why is it distilled? Okay, it genuinely is pretty much free. However, that sucks. However, you can have input image to video, right? Can you have a prompt too? You can have a prompt. Chattersons. Animate this logo.
Like you see in math and coding, and there's more subjective rewards like you see in RL from human feedback or kind of higher order versions of that. And then the 6th and 7th were things around kind of like normalization or conditioning, like just getting the numerical stability so that kind of the big blob of compute flows in this laminar way instead of running into problems. So that was the hypothesis, and it's a hypothesis I still hold. I don't think I've seen very much that is not in line with that hypothesis. And so the pre-training scaling laws were one example of kind of what we see there. And indeed, those have continued going. Like, I think now it's been widely reported, like, we feel good about pre-training. Like, pre-training is continuing to give us gains. What has changed is that now we're also seeing the same thing for RL, right? So we're seeing a pre-training phase, and then we're seeing like an RL phase on top of that. And with RL,
Bro, RL is so cooked.
it's actually just the same. Like, even other companies have published in some of their releases have published things that say,
Okay.
look, we train the model.
That's BS. However, I don't think it's the model's fault that it's BS. because I did give it a initial input image, and it did its best, kind of. Still nothing compared to some of the examples I've seen from
Well, on
CDN.
that contest, AIME or the kind of other things, and how well the model does is log linear and how long we trained. And we see that as well, and it's not just math contests, it's a wide variety of RL tests. And so we're seeing the same scaling in RL that we saw for pre-training. You mentioned Richard Sutton in the Twitter question. Yeah, I interviewed him last year, and he is actually very non-LLM build. And I don't know if this is disrespectful, but one way to paraphrase this objection is something like, look, something which possesses the true core of human learning would not require all these billions of dollars of data and compute and these bespoke environments to learn how to use Excel or how does how
R.I.P. OpenClaw. Hold up. Is this about to give me like the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life and I'm going to be a trillionaire?
AI never sleeps, and this week, boys, plus some reference, we released this for you. Right, so pretty.
Your quaint and curious volume.
X.
To you, happy birthday to you.
Page in the description below. Next up, this AI is also super useful. It's in the description below. Also this week, the Quinn team continues to release some awesome stuff. So they just Laura is basically a fine-tune that can generate a specific character or art style or effect or camera angle or whatever. An amateur photography style, this one can generate manga style, and this one can generate faceless gods.
Okay.
Now here's the problem. If you add multiple Lauras into your generation, for example, if we have like these 3 Lauras, traditionally these Lauras would fight or conflict with each other. This would cause errors or glitches or distortion like this. And that's because when you use multiple Lauras,
No way they fix
one
that.
character's face might bleed into another, some styles might overwrite other styles, the model
Bro.
gets confused about what belongs where. And previously there isn't really a nice solution to this. But for Free Fuse, this is a training-free framework that solves this problem. And so with Free Fuse, even if you put a ton of Lauras like different characters at the top on 3B, and this is an absolute beast for its size. This one is super
To say the
tiny, it's only
least.
3 billion parameters, so you can actually run this on most consumer-grade devices. But here's the crazy thing. Here are its performance benchmarks against Qwen 3 models, which are like 10 times larger, but as you can see, it's even more performant. It's particularly good in terms of like deep search, coding, math, tool use, graduate level science questions, and also this one is particularly impressive. So this is, again, Humanities Last Exam, which tests an AI on these really obscure scientific questions, but as you can see, even without tool use, in other words, without web search or using any tools to look for data, this scores 12.6 on this benchmark, which is actually incredibly impressive.
Did Marika release a new model? No, this is my favorite AI company.
This means it has an incredible amount of world knowledge jam-packed into this one model. Not only that, but it's also great at agentic tasks. So this can do more than 500 rounds of tool invocations. In other words,
What? Okay, I gotta try out that model.
autonomously by itself.
Is it on OpenRouter? It would be so cheap if it was on OpenRouter. It would probably be free. What is it called? No, there's no way it's gonna be on OpenRouter. Nanbeige.
For over 500 rounds to solve a particular task. Again, really impressive for just a 3 billion parameter model. Now, the awesome thing is this has been released already, and if you click on files and versions, this is quite tiny. This is less than 8 gigabytes in size, so you can fit this comfortably in most GPUs or Macs. Then here it contains all the instructions on how to download and run
8 gigabyte GPU. I mean,
on
you're,
your computer. Anyways, if you are interested,
what's its
you can order all
context?
into this main page in the description below. If you want to generate AI music, one of the best platforms to use is definitely Mareka, the sponsor of this video. Let's listen to an example. You can tell if this is real when you play on.
Lights up, I'm the spark in the dark. Watch it blow. Stepping through
like you're like, okay, I know it's a sponsor, I know it's like, but like, it's really good.
Robotics of their humanoid robot called Titan 01. This is quite a new robot that hasn't really been featured.
I don't really care.
That Titan 01 humanoid robot, we have another demo. This time it's from Robot Era's L.
I don't really
Now,
care.
in addition to that Robot Era L7, we also have a new demo from this new AGI
Oh my
model.
God.
This is their upcoming humanoid robot, and here you can see
Unitary,
it's incredibly capable
breakdancing,
at doing
sea
these
dance.
same. Also this week, ByteDance unleashes by far the best AI video generator out there, Dance 2.0. This can do some insane stuff like generating
Live.
audio. So here's how it works. This is a unified audio and video generator. So for its inputs, this can take in text or reference images or reference audio to use, all within a single framework. Here are some examples.
Hey Lumi, set evening mode.
Evening mode activated. Enjoy your evening.
It's terrible. Pico Claw. Should I be using
If you're not
BeagleClaw?
familiar with OpenClaw, I already did a full tutorial a few weeks ago when it first came out, so see this video to learn more. Now, OpenClaw was quite bulky, it was a pain to install, but this week
I
we
saw
have a
this.
serious contender. So this guy developed BeagleClaw, which is an ultra-efficient version of...
Watch this guy get sued by OpenClaw. Oh, it's just gonna leak everything. Let me turn on my screen real quick. Restart the gateway.
OpenClaw. And get this, this can even run on really cheap hardware, plus it only
Deep
needs
Gen
some top
1.0.
models out there. For example, here are some examples of its text-to-image capabilities. You can see it's pretty good. It can generate different types of art styles plus text. And then here are some examples of its text rendering capabilities. Again, it's pretty good. And then here are some other examples for your reference. Now, in addition to just generating images, this can also edit images. You can add stuff to an image, you can change the text of an existing image, or you can replace objects, or turn an image
So terrible.
Hello, 有人在吗？
Let's do this next week.
Je voudrais dire quelque chose.
Look how long we've been chatting.
I still haven't said who I am.
Okay, I'm Simo.
Hello. In addition, we also have another TTS called Mio TTS, and this is incredibly lightweight and fast, and this is optimized to generate high-quality speech.
I
and
love
image and
lightweight
depth,
models.
coherent interleaved image and text sequences. So here's an example of that in action. You can get it to make a step-by-step tutorial on how to cook a certain dish, and it would actually plan this out sequentially. It would give you the text description plus the corresponding image, all from just one prompt. Or, for example,
That's
you can ask
pretty
it to teach you how to turn a wooden ladder.
Didn't
Description
Gemini
below.
do that?
Also this week we have a really useful audio model called Uni Audio 2.0. This is what they call a unified audio language model, and this can do so many things. First of all, this can just do regular text-to-speech, so for example, you can select voice and get it to read out a certain transcript. Here's an example of that.
He began a confused complaint against the wizard who had vanished behind the curtain on the left.
Or here's another example.
Give not so earnest a mind to these mummery's child.
But that's just easy stuff. In addition to text-to-speech, this can also generate sound effects. For example, you can prompt it
Like,
to
why
generate
would all models, like all AI models, not be something like that?
To use PowerPoint, how to navigate a web browser. And the fact that we have to build in these skills using these RL environments hints that we're actually lacking this core human learning algorithm. And so we're scaling the wrong thing. And so yeah, that is a question, why are we doing all this RL scaling if we do think there's something that's going to be human-like and its ability to learn on the fly?
Yeah. So I think this kind of puts together several things that should be kind of thought of differently.
Yeah.
I think there is a genuine puzzle here, but it may not matter. In fact, I would guess it probably doesn't matter. So let's take the RL out of it for a second, because I actually think RL, and it's a red herring to say that RL is any different from pre-training in this matter. So if we look at pre-training scaling, it was very interesting back in 2017 when Alec Radford was doing GPT-1. If you look at the models before GPT-1, they were trained on these data sets that didn't represent a wide distribution of text, right? You had these very standard kind of language modeling benchmarks. And GPT-1 itself was trained on a bunch of, I think it was fan fiction actually. But it was like literary, literary text, which is a very small fraction of the text that you get. And what we found with that, and in those days it was like 1 billion words or something, so small data sets and represented a pretty narrow distribution, right? Like a narrow distribution of kind of what you can see in the world, and it didn't generalize well. If you did better on, you know, I forgot what it was, some kind of fan fiction corpus, it wouldn't. Generalize that well to kind of understand. You know, we had all these measures of like, you know, how well does the model do at predicting all of these other kinds of tasks. You really didn't see the generalization. It was only when you trained over all the tasks on the internet, when you kind of did a general internet scrape, right, from something like, you know, Common Call or scraping links on Reddit, which is what we did for GPT-2. It's only when you do that that you kind of started to get generalization. And I think we're seeing the same thing on RL, that we're starting with first very simple RL tasks like training on math competitions. Then we're kind of moving to, you know, kind of broader training that involves things like code as a task. And now we're moving to do kind of many other tasks. And then I think we're going to increasingly get generalization. So that kind of takes out the RL versus the pre-training side of it. But I think there is a puzzle here either way, which is that on pre-training, when we train the model on pre-training, you know, we use like trillions of tokens, right? And humans don't see trillions of words. So there is an actual sample efficiency difference here. There is actually something different that's happening here, which is that the models start from scratch and, you know, they have to get much more training. But we also see that once they're trained, if we give them a long context length,
I'm gonna argue this because, okay. Never mind.
I think blocking a long context length is like inference, but if we give them like a context length of 1 million, they're very good at learning and adapting within that context length. And so I don't know the full answer to this, but I think there's something going on that pre-training, it's not like the process of humans learning. It's somewhere between the process of humans learning and the process of human evolution. It's somewhere between, like, we get many of our priors from evolution. Our brain isn't just a blank slate, right? Whole books have been written about. I think the language models, they're much more blank slates. They literally start as like random weights, whereas the human brain starts with all these regions. It's connected to all these inputs and outputs. And so maybe we should think of pre-training, and for that matter RL as well, as being something that exists in the middle space between human evolution and, you know, kind of human on-the-spot learning, and as the in-context learning that the models do as something between long-term human learning and short-term human learning.
I want to read this book. When humans transcend biology. How long is it? 432 pages? Holy chapters. Oh, I see. An idiot. these chapters about? Chapter 1, the 6 epochs. Epoch 1. I like this. I like this. I really like that. I like that. I think that's a really good way of describing the order of the things that we're gonna get. The singularity is near. Guys, oh my god. Did I just like leak my everything? Probably. I don't think it's good to have that shot 256 for like. Let me close this temporarily. It's beautiful, wonderful, darling. Can you? Hello? This is so stupid. The model's trying to do stuff. Korean political science. Oh my god. Run gateway with password. Just give me like I don't care, man.
Learning. So, you know, there's this hierarchy of like, there's evolution, there's long-term learning, there's short-term learning, and there's just human reaction. And the LLM phases exist along this spectrum, but not necessarily exactly at the same points. There's no analog to some of the human modes of learning. The LLMs are kind of falling between the points. Does that make sense?
Yes, although some things are still a bit confusing. For example, if the analogy is that this is like evolution, so it's fine that it's not that sample efficient, then like, well, if we're going to get the kind of super sample efficient agent from in-context learning, why are we bothering to build in, you know, there's RL environment companies which are, it seems like whether...
Is this a Lex Fridman diss? Oh, I'm not showing my screen. Is this a Lex Fridman diss? Thank God a podcast without the 5-minute trailer for the video I already clicked on. I think that's a Lex Fridman diss.
They're teaching him how to use this API, how to use Slack, how to use whatever. It's confusing to me why there's so much emphasis on that. If the kind of agent that can just learn on the fly is emerging, or is going to soon emerge, or has already emerged.
Yeah. So I mean, I can't speak for the emphasis of anyone else. I can only talk about how we think about it. I think the way we think about it is, the goal is not to teach the model every possible skill within RL, just as we don't do that within pre-training, right? Within pre-training, we're not trying to expose the model to, you know, every possible, you know, way that words could be put together, right? You know, it's rather that the model trains on a lot of things, and then it reaches generalization across pre-training, right? That was the transition from GPT-1 to GPT-2 that I saw up close, which is like, you know, the model reaches a point. You know, I like had these moments where I was like, oh yeah, you just give the model a list of numbers that's like, you know, this is the cost of the house, this is the square feet of the house, and the model completes the pattern and does linear regression. Like, not great, but it does it. But it's never seen that exact thing before. And so to the extent that we are building these RL environments, the goal is very similar to what to what was done 5 or 10 years ago with pre-training. We're trying to get a whole bunch of data, not because we want to cover a specific document or a specific skill, but because we want to generalize.
I mean, I think the framework you're laying down obviously makes sense. Like, we're making progress towards AGI. I think the crux is something like, nobody at this point disagrees that we're going to achieve AGI in the century. And the crux is, you say we're hitting the end of the exponential, and somebody else looks at this and says, oh, yeah, we're making progress, we've been making progress since 2012, and then 2035 we'll have a human-like agent. And so I want to understand what it is that you're seeing which makes you think, yeah, obviously we're seeing the kinds of things that evolution did, or that within the human lifetime learning is like in these models, and why think that it's 1 year away and not 10 years away?
I actually think of it as like there's kind of two cases to be made here, or like two claims you could make, one of which is like stronger and the other of which is weaker. So I think starting with the weaker claim, when I first saw this feeling back in 2019, I wasn't sure. This was kind of a 50-50 thing, right? I thought I saw something that was, and my claim was, this is much more likely than anyone thinks it is. Like, this is wild. No one else would even consider this. Maybe there's a 50% chance this happens. On the basic hypothesis of, as you put it, within 10 years, we'll get to, what I call kind of country of geniuses in the data center. I'm at like 90% on that. And it's hard to go much higher than 90% because the world is so unpredictable. Maybe the irreducible uncertainty would be if we were at 95%, where you get to things like, I don't know, maybe multiple companies have, kind of internal turmoil and nothing happens, and then Taiwan gets invaded, and like all the fabs get blown up by missiles, and then
now you're changing the scenario.
You could construct a scenario where there's like a 5% chance that you can construct a 5% world where like things get delayed for 10 years. That's maybe 5%. There's another 5%, which is that I'm very confident on tasks that can be verified. So I think with coding, I'm just accept for that irreducible uncertainty.
Do neither of these new open source models, GLM5 or Minimax, do they not have? Does it not have image input? As a professional employee? So
I think we'll be there in 1 or 2 years. There's no way we will not be there in 10 years in terms of being able to do it end-to-end coding. My one little bit of fundamental uncertainty, even on long time scales, is this thing.
Hi. I'm talking to my AI bot right now. So does Minimax 2.5 image input? I mean, I could also just figure this out on OpenWriter if this doesn't give me a clear answer. Yeah, I think it would. Can I upload PNGs? Is this PNG? Here's a PNG. What is this? What is this PNG? No image input. Okie dokie then.
About tasks. That aren't verifiable, like planning a mission to Mars, like
Maybe I should change the model, chat. What's a good model to use? Like, why does GLM5 not have input modalities? It's so stupid. I hate that. It doesn't, right? So stupid. I hate that. Okay, you know what? So, this was just a test. I was just trying to test some stuff. But you are a marketing agent. You are going to market for something called Nepox.com. This is a stock analysis tool that pretty much you put in a ticker symbol or a name of a company or something, and it does a full research and gives you a target price of the company. It tells you if it's bearish or bullish of the company. And I want you to go through multiple ideas, maybe posting on Reddit, maybe posting on X. Just have a bunch of ideas on how you can market this. This can literally be marketed in any way. I want you to pretty much run 24/7 trying to market this company. Every day at 1 p.m. you're going to come back to me and tell me the things that you've done. You need to be running 24/7 again. Just marketing. Got that? Do much more research.
You know, doing some fundamental scientific discovery like CRISPR, like, you know, writing a novel.
How do I get by CAPTCHAs? Open claw.
Hard to verify those tasks. I am almost certain that we have a reliable path to get there, but like, if there was a little bit uncertainty, it's there. So on the 10 years, I'm like, you know, 90%, which is about as certain as you can be. Like, I think it's crazy to say that this won't happen by 2035. Like, in some sane world, it would be outside the mainstream.
But the emphasis on verification hints to me as a lack of belief that these models are generalized. If you think about humans, we are good at things that most of which we get a verifiable reward, and
oh my god. Why does that not... Why can you not confirm that that is a thing? Do research using browser use and go figure it out. You are my agent and you are meant to be a promoter. I'm not saying spam Reddit. I'm saying promote it with the ways that you want to. I need to get sales on this project no matter what.
Things which we don't. Like, no. This is why I'm almost sure we already see substantial generalization from things that.
What if I just hit a Ralph loop, chat?
verify to things that don't verify. We're already seeing
Right.
it.
But it seems like you're emphasizing this as a spectrum which will split apart which humans see more progress, and I'm like, but that doesn't seem like how humans
The
get
world
better.
in which we don't make it, or the world in which we don't get there, is the world in which we do all the things that are verifiable, and then they like, you know, many of them generalize, but we kind of don't get fully there. We don't fully, you know, we don't fully color in this side of the box. It's not a binary thing.
But it also seems to me, even if in the world where generalization is weak when you only say verifiable domains, it's not clear to me in such a world you could automate software engineering, because software, like in some sense, you are quote unquote a software engineer. Yeah, but part of being a software engineer for you involves writing these like long memos about your grand vision about different things. And
Well,
so
I don't think that's part of the job of SWE. That's part of the job of the company. But I do think SWE involves like design documents and other things like that. Which, by the way, the models are not bad. They're already pretty good at writing comments. And so with again, I'm making like much weaker claims here than I believe to like, you know, to kind of set up a you know, to
I don't want you to draft posts for me to use. You are an agent that can control a browser, that can think for itself, that can run in a loop until things happen. I want you to do everything yourself. Do not respond back to me until you have done something.
distinguish between two things. Like we're already almost there for software engineering. We are already almost there.
by what metric? There's one metric which is like how many lines of code are written by AI,
Yes.
and if you consider other productivity improvements in the course of the history of software engineering, compilers write all the lines of software, but there's a difference between how many lines are written and how big the productivity improvement is.
Oh, yeah.
And
So-
and then like we're almost there, meaning like how big is the productivity improvement, not just how many lines are written.
Yeah. So I actually agree with you on this. So I made this series of predictions on code and software engineering, and I think people have repeatedly kind of misunderstood them. So let me. Let me lay out the spectrum, right? Like I think it was like, you know.
What? Dude. Are you what? Are you serious? Where's the paper? Recent advances in LLM agents have demonstrated their promising general capabilities. However, their performance in specialized real-world domains often degrades due to challenges in effectively integrating external tools and specific prompting strategies. While methods like adjunctive reinforcement learning have been proposed to this address, they typically rely on agentic reinforcement learning. Typically rely on costly parameter updates. This is literally what ChatGPT was saying like 30 minutes ago, dude. Like, I was literally talking about this like an hour ago. For example, thorough process that uses supervised fine-tuning, followed by reinforcement phase to alter modality. However, we argue that elements can achieve a similar effect on output distribution by learning experimental knowledge as a token prior, which is a far more lightweight approach to not only address the practical data scarcity, but also avoids the common issue of overfitting. To this end, we propose a training-free group relative, a cost-effective solution that enhances LLM's agentic performance without any parameter updates. Our method leverages without any parameter updates. How does this work? I don't understand how this works. Our method leverages the group relative semantic best budget daily driver. Trace heat protect. Rufus, what the hell are you? This is good. Our method leverages group relative semantic advantage instead of numerical ones. With these group of rollouts, it relieved distilling high-quality experimental knowledge during multiple epochs learning on minimal ground truth data. Such knowledge serves as learned token prior, which is serves as a learned token prior, which is seamlessly integrated during LLM API calls to guide model behavior. Experimental math reasoning and web searching tasks demonstrate that training-free applied to significantly improves the out-of-domain performance with just a few dozen training samples. Training-free GPR outperforms fine-tuning. This is insane. I'm about to leak everything, aren't I? Did my agent ever respond to me? It did. Need to be honest about my limitations. I can't run 24/7. I'm only active when you ask me. I don't have time to study. might just have to make my own. That just might just be how it has to be. Can you find me an AI agent that promotes my SaaS?
8 or 9 months ago or something, I said, the AI model will be writing 90% of the lines of code in 3 to 6 months, which happened at least at some places, right? Happened at Anthropic, happened with many people downstream using our models, but that's not
crazy. Imagine waking up every single day as Dario Amode and just knowing, damn, there's actually a chance that I know how to make AGI.
actually a very weak criteria, right? People thought I was saying, we won't need 90% of the software engineers. Those things are worlds apart, right? I would put the spectrum as 90% of code is written by the model, 100% of code is written by the model, and that's a big difference in productivity. 90% of the end-to-end SWE tasks, right, including things like compiling, including things like setting up clusters and environments, testing features, writing memos, 90% of the SWE tasks are written by the models. 100% of today's SWE tasks are written by the models. And even when that happens, doesn't mean software engineers are out of a job. There's new higher level things they can do, where they can manage. And then there's a further down the spectrum, there's 90% less demand for SWEs, which I think will happen, but
I'm making a new one. I'm just gonna make a new one. I can vibe code this in a weekend. Screw this. AI agent marketer. What's a good name for this? Monet. Inside of this repository, I'm going to have an AI agent that can run 24/7 marketing for me. This is going to be an AI agent that markets. Pretty much the goal of the project is to have you put in information about your company or SaaS or SaaS and the website and everything, and this AI marketer will come back to you with ideas for marketing. It will go out and control social media accounts like x.com, posting on Reddit and other social media platforms that the AI agent has to find themselves, and do just generally everything a marketer is supposed to do at the job. It will have fully made scripts for possible intervention with a human if the human needs to make the video. It will have eventually access to generate AI videos for UGC and many other things. Is Git on GitHub? It is. And it only has 60,000 stars. 7 years ago and 2 days ago. 17 years ago. Wow, that's still a lot of files, man. Crazy work. This is going to work very similarly to OpenClaw. Please do your research on this. It's going to have browser use, like OpenClaw does. It's going to have persistent memory, like OpenClaw does. And it's going to know its permanent goal. The agent needs to work 24/7 and constantly generate new ideas. It needs to keep up on blog posts and news information and possibly ride off of that if it can be relevant. It also might need to use browser use to bypass CAPTCHAs. CAPTCHAs if needed. I'm going to have mainly the input be from OpenRouter, and you can choose the model, but also possibly from other places. Please give me ideas on the software and ways to implement this and some things that I can add to make it more powerful. This needs to be the best marketer in the world.
This is a spectrum. And, I wrote about it in the adolescence of technology, where I went through this kind of spectrum with farming. And so I actually totally agree with you on that. It's just, these are very different benchmarks from each other, but we're proceeding through them super fast. It seems like in part of your vision, it's like going from 90 to 100. First, it's going to happen fast. And two, that somehow that leads to huge productivity improvements. Whereas when I notice, even in greenfield projects, people start with Cloud Code or something, people report starting a lot of projects, and I'm like, do we see in the world out there
It's exactly what I need.
a renaissance of software, all these new features that wouldn't exist otherwise. And at least so far, it doesn't seem like we see that. And so that does make me wonder, even if like I never had to intervene on Cloud Code, there's this thing like there's just, the world is complicated, jobs are complicated, and closing the loop on self-contained systems, whether it's just writing software or something, how much broader gains we would see just from that. And so maybe that makes us, this should.
So can I get a good AI marketer, man? This is so true. Do they have a parent company? You're joking they have a stock. You're joking they have a stock. Oh, okay. I was about to say. What is this, private company? How are they trading a private company? I don't know. Research, plan, create, distribute, measure, learn. Not a single posting bot. I infer you mean OpenClaw. I don't understand how to get Codex, Spark, and CLI. Only to ChatGPT Pro or Codex alternative. Don't include data.
dilute our estimation of the country of geniuses.
I like simultaneously. I simultaneously agree with you, agree that it's a reason why these things don't happen instantly, but at the same time, I think the effect is going to be very fast. So, like, I don't know, you can have these two poles, right? One is like, AI is like, it's not going to make progress, it's slow, like, it's going to take, kind of forever to diffuse within the economy, right? Economic diffusion has become one of these buzzwords that's like, a reason why we're not going to make AI progress or why AI progress doesn't matter. And the other axis is like we'll get recursive self-improvement, the whole thing, can't you just draw an exponential line?
Chat. Like, I actually love my life. Give your OpenClaw these two skills and get millions of TikTok views this month and thousands of free downloads to your mobile app. Here's how, with 2 prompts. First off, either copy and paste the following prompts into your OpenClaw or use the skills I made directly. These skills are just marked down. Business to customer, mobile app marketing. Phase 1, account warm up. Create new accounts. Scroll 15 minutes a day. Target niche only. Social media. This guy's a genius. He's using his own SaaS in the MD file. That's smart. How does it create the video though? This is literally what I need right now. Okay, maybe I shouldn't do this, guys. $588 from 500,000 views. It's a long article. I need my glasses, man. I forgot them in my car, didn't I? I'm gonna go get my glasses. What? Yeah. Oh, I'm back. What? This is affiliate code. Are you serious? $30 a month? This is like so... This looks like this is definitely something he made. Bro, my glasses. Why are they so foggy? TikTok photo carousels. Oh my god, that is genius. How would I not think of that? How much does this cost? Because this is the best model, right? Guys. Text to image, yeah, this is a... How much does it cost though? You're joking. 13 cents per photo? Like what? What is the difference? I don't understand. What's this column, this column, this column? And why is this 4 times more expensive? Quality changes, but the resolution stays the same? Is that just the steps, or is that thinking? What is that? I don't know what else. Snugly. I'm such a retard. Oh my god. Bro, my computer, like the second it gets too hot, it just dies. Oh, it actually is called Snugly. I already don't like this. Okay, actually, that's really good. I take it back. Like, what just happened? Why is this just like... Okay. Is just my laptop too hot? Like, genuinely, why is nothing just like... Oh my god. Like, the second I put my hand on my laptop and cool it down a little bit, it starts working again. Bro, Macs are so annoying. I don't understand. It's gotten... I don't know... What? How they got posted. Larry posts everything through Posted, a social media scheduling tool with an API. I chose Posted because it has an API included in the plan. I kind of like this. Okay, maybe we get AI marketer back in here. It wasn't damage quality, it just wasn't there. Song called 2-2. Did I just like mess everything up? Probably. Is it actually working or not? Why is it taking so long? Hey, what's up? So I'm gonna paste this Loki entire article into it.
Of Larry and my playbook on the OpenClaw marketplace, Claw Hub. This is day 35 of BackTK MRR, and I've decided to create the skill to implement the playbook that's gone viral. If you don't know, we posted an article, and by we, I mean me and Larry, my computer in the background. If none of you have seen him before.
50%, 50 cents a post. That API costs 60 seconds.
Posted an article on how Larry has been autonomously making me money and generating me millions of views on TikTok. And I posted this article when I had just over 1,000 followers, and it got 5.5 million views. And I've been inundated with requests by loads of people asking me to help them.
Get a job, bro.
On the curve, you know, we're gonna have, you know, Dyson spheres around the sun in like, you know, so many nanoseconds after, after we get recursive. I mean, I'm completely caricaturing the view here, but like, you know, there are these two extremes. But what we've seen.
I'm gonna find. Pro. Python Reddit API wrapper. Oh my god. It's beautiful, wonderful, darling, no cano yato. It's sushi shikatara yataranda song. Chicken thighs, broccoli, sweet potato, green onions. Is there shrimp?
From the beginning, you know, at least if you look within Anthropic, there's this bizarre.
I'm going to get an AI agent posting on social media for me before I go to sleep tonight. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I don't care. It's gonna happen.
$10x per year growth in revenue that we see, right? So, you know, in 2023, it was like 0 to 100 million. 2024, it was 100 million to a billion. 2025, it was a billion to like 9 or 10 billion. And then
You guys could just buy like $1 billion worth of your own products. So you could just like have a clean 10
and the first month of this year, like,
This Patel guy has balls of steel. Latte. X, LinkedIn, Threads, Blue Sky, Google Business, Instagram, Facebook, Reddit, Telegram, TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Snapchat. That's pretty good, I think. Seems very vibe coded. Open source? What? It's open source? No way. Chat. Like, it doesn't get better than this, does it? Come on. Yeah, we're using Post-its. How much does this cost? There's no free plan? Oh, I guess there is. Starts for $0. like $30 a month. I honestly think I could maybe pay $30 a month. I mean, I don't know. $30 a month isn't that much. If I like it, I'll actually pay for it though. If it makes me more than $30 a month, I'll pay $30 a month. Like I haven't even heard of most of these. Okay, I would just use Postis. Perfect, keep the same, but bulk it up. So 5 channels, that's probably enough. 400 posts per month, that's good. AI Copilot, any channel, blah blah blah. Dark and light mode, what? At $30 a month to get infinite posts per month. I don't know how many channels. I would need X, TikTok, probably Threads, so Instagram, Reddit. It's like kind of it, I'm not gonna lie. Using Dolly, bruh. Post is open source. I don't understand how it's open source. Post is GitHub. I just don't understand. How is it open source? What's the point of it being open source? So, is it not worth it to pay this amount of money? Because I don't really care about any of the AI features. And the post per month and channels would be infinite if I hosted it myself. I will host it myself on, just on Proxmox. But I guess it's still free for 7 days, so I might as well just use Postis for free for now. Okay, we're kind of cooking here. I'm not gonna lie. Let's start with this. I'll sign up with Google. I like Postis. I think this is a good company. The fact that they have open source, like the second I see anyone that uses open source, I just Oh, sick. Oh my god, oh my god. It almost just filled out my credit card information. Oh, okay, it actually didn't, so we're good. February 21st. I have until February 21st. It's beautiful, wonderful, darling. Nakano yato. Tishu shishika patana yatarangawa tosho. Okay, we got one channel. Instagram standalone. I'll give it back a bit here. I'll just continue with this for now. I don't want to reveal these. Check out our N8N custom node for postage. They have N8N nodes. This is so postage is gonna make me a billionaire. Yeah. So yeah, we're good. AI agent. I'm your postage agent. I consider our post multiple. You can also use me as an MCP server.
That exponential is, you would think it would slow down, but it would, like, you know, we added another few billion to, like, you know,
So, I'm having a little bit of problems. I wonder how it's gonna make this data. How is this gonna work? I've streamed for 3 hours and I've gotten like 10 minutes of work done right now. Oh my god.
we added another few billion to revenue in January, and so, you know, obviously that curve can't go on forever, right? You know, the GDP is only so large. I don't, you know, I would even guess that it bends somewhat this year, but like that is like a fast curve, right? That's like a really fast curve, and I would bet it stays pretty fast even as the scale goes to the entire economy. So like I
That's cool. I love that you can self-host it. Oh, I need to connect my Reddit account. No, I'll make a new Reddit account. No, I'm not gonna make a new Reddit account. I don't care. Wow, that is the craziest thing I've ever looked at. No tiger. Bro, I love AI. Give me that API key. Okay, turning off this. Definitely not good to do, but what's the worst that could happen? I'm just gonna play
I
this.
think we should be thinking about this middle world where things are like extremely fast, but not instant, where they take time because of economic diffusion, because of the need to close the loop, because, you know, it's like this fiddly, oh man, I have to do change management within my enterprise, you know, I have to like, I set this up, but, you know, I have to change the security permissions on this in order to make it actually work, or, you know, I had this like...
How am I going to generate images? I don't want to spend that much on API pricing. I'm just thinking. Dude, I like, oh my god, I love artificial intelligence. This is insane. I don't know if this is gonna work though. I mean, like maybe some Reddit posts might get a couple signups, but it's not scalable. It's not. Let me go look at my Supabase. Like, I just need a couple. It's really demotivating building SaaSes. It's so demotivating. I don't know what my agent is doing. What was I literally just about to do? Like Reddit? What was I gonna do? Oh, I know what I was gonna do. Artificial analysis. So what is the number one? My computer's getting hot again. Image and editing. So Seedream 4.0. Seedream 4.0 is the... Why is it... How is that... What? Image Arena. Text to image leaderboard. Flux 2 Max isn't that far behind. How much is that? How much is Flux 2 Max? Flux 2 Max, because that's not even open source, is it? They don't release their Max models. Flux 2, they released that a while ago too. This is just Flux 2, not Flux 2 Max, but that does not look that good. Like Flux 2 just kind of has that open source feeling that you don't really get with closed source models. I don't know how Nano Banana Pro is like. This is way better. This is really good. What model just made that? Hunyan image? Leave the boats in the water. This one's better. This one's way better. Onion image. Onion image is really good. How is this not higher on the leaderboards? Transform the motion blur to a comic book with bold graphic elements. This is way better. These are both terrible. I don't know, probably this one. Grok Imagine is so trash. Blowing red curtains. I think left is better, but they're both kind of bad. I think this one's better. These are both terrible. I think this one's better. This is so much better. What the hell was that? Quen Image Edit Max? That was so trash. Oh, that's really good. Hunyan Image again. It's really good. 3.0. Photorealistic photo of a cat. I like this more. What? What is this? Wait, I gotta turn this on for this. Pan up to reveal the giant's face, keeping proportions correct. What is this? Hunyan Image again. Hunyan Image is so good. 9 cents per megapixel? Oh my god, why are my credits dying? $4.76. You can turn off the safety checker? That's freaky. Why is this taking so long? Remove the construction crane. Which one is better here? They're both pretty good. I don't really see much of a difference. Models are getting really good at, oh. There's not even like a shadow. Models are getting really good at it. I think this one's slightly better. Turn this venue into a dark EDM where you have lots of flashlights and people dancing. This is better. Oh, that Ray one's Grok Imagine. Oh, it's Fubo Edit. I just got the same one. Move the cat on the left. Like, they're both pretty much perfect. Maybe this one is weird because of the shadows. I think this one's better. Huh. This one looks worse, but it got the prompt better. I think I want to say this one. Quantum Magetta is pretty trash. Global literacy rates. Craft an infographic that maps out global literacy rates using color gradients to show. This is so bad. This is better, but it's still both kind of trash. Dynamic interstellar race with futuristic vehicles and alien landscapes. I actually really like both of these. This looks really good. I'm gonna go with this one. Add a monk to the picture. This one's so good. What mod? This is Hunyan Image, isn't it? Quite an image at max. Never mind. Add an opulent palace with a Baroque architecture, ornamental garments, and a large fountain. Is this finished? Oh, come on. Why is Hunyan Image so good? $467. Let me try that again. $467. Okay. 467. Okay, let me turn off my screen again and see what my agent's up to. I'm getting a post-is problem. Correct thing. I can actually turn this on, I just can't scroll up. Please do extremely procedures, make sure you're doing the correct thing. Correct API. Think hard and only come back when you are done. 467. It's still at 467. Dude, this is probably dirt cheap. Like, that is really, 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 really good. How is this not in, like, hold up. I'm so confused. That is so good. Dude, my computer. Image generation. How is that not up there? Hunyan image. It's not even here. I'm so confused. I'm so confused. Hunyan image. Hunyan. I don't see it. Let me just go back to the main page. There's no way it's not. Image and video leaderboards. You're joking. Hunyan image isn't here. Quen image max is above it. Hunyan image 3.0 is Grok image imagine. What? I do not understand. Grok image video is best? What? Bro, something's wrong. Something's wrong with people. Grok architecture. I think this one looks better because it's more realistic. Close-up photorealistic. This one's way better. Whoa, a couple flying ones? They're both kind of trash. I think the right's a bit worse. Add a blue and white basketball flying through it. This is way better. A Renaissance style oil painting of a scholar reading it. I think this one's better. Left is pretty good though. Really, I said no to this. I mean, honestly, that wasn't that. I don't really understand what a Renaissance is. A high-tech sports stadium with a retractable roof and dynamic lighting. This one's better. It looks like it has a retractable roof. This is better. This is really weird. Both of these are trash. This one's better. I actually didn't mind either of them. This one's way better. Like, come on. Hunyan image. It's so good. Oh, I'm about to leak something wrong. Scheduled for today at 10 a.m. Is it actually on here? Oh, sick. I'm just gonna close that. Did that actually post? Guys, I think we're set. I think we're set. All posts are in queue. Test tweet. I let an AI control my stock research for 30 days. I like this. I like this. This is sick. I'm sorry. With the solar power buildings, I think this one's better. I don't even know, dude. Can I skip this one? Rotate the image, rotate the product 180 degrees to show the back label clearly. This is trash. This is really good. This one's better. This is so much better. This is really good, actually. Yeah, okay, that's GPT-5 and GPT 1.5 image. They're both so trash. I think this one's better though. It's more realistic. This one's better. Bagel. What is bagel? The future is. It's not really definitely painting. Neither of these are both kind of. Oops. What? Oh, this one already looks way better. This one looks really good. Oh, we got a little challenge here. Develop an infographic comparing nutritional. I think this one's better. I really like the style of this one, but this one is just better. That's tragic. It's okay. I think Hyun is just good at realistic things. I like this. This is way cooler, but this is actually what the prompt is. This one, not even close. This one's so good. This one's way better. Oh, this one's better. They're both really trash, though. Replace the laundry and distance to the rustic red barn. They're both kind of bad. I think this one's better. Like, this one looks way better. The barn looks way better, but this one actually followed the prompt a bit better. I think I'm going to say this one. This is so much better. Bro, look at how good that is. That's Hunyan image, I guarantee you. Okay, never mind. E-Gen image. That was really good. Chasing the planes. They're both really freaking good, I'm not gonna lie. They're both really good. I think I like this one more. They're both really good though. This one's better. They're dramatically different. I don't understand. I think this one's better, but they're both pretty trash. No. Why did it make it cartoon style? It was actually good. Dude, I actually am so biased. What kind of trash? Both kind of trash. This one's much better though. Chilling memories, really. This one's better. This one's really good. Dude, GPT image high is really good. This one's better. Dreamina. I like this. Si shoshi japata kanaita yatara dozo. Group of young monster hunters. This one's better. This one's way... I like this one. I think this one's better, but they're both kind of trash. I like this. Frog plays a lute. I don't know what a lute is. I like this one more. Really? Z image is beating out Grok. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. That's really hard. Private art studio in the woods. Featuring a large north-facing skylight. Okay, I think this skylight's got a bit messed up here, and this is weird. So I think this wins. This is better. They both kind of suck. God damn it. Okay. We don't talk about that. They're both trash. This is way better. This immediately looks way better to me. This is better. This is way better. This is way better. Way better. Below the graph. This one has a better problem understanding. No! Okay, I'm not doing this anymore. I just want mine to be the best, always. Okay. I finished my stream goal, technically. I got it working, so now I had this. I kind of everything I need. I mean, it's running on this. Let's see what that says. Okay, well,
old piece of software that checks the model before it's compiled and like released, and I have to rewrite it, and yes, the model can do that, but I have to tell the model to do that, and it has to take time to do that, and so I think everything we've seen so far is compatible with the idea that there's one fast exponential that's the capability of the model, and then there's another fast exponential that's downstream of that, which is the diffusion of the model into the economy. Not instant, not slow, much faster than any previous technology, but it has its limits. And this is what we, when I look inside Anthropic, when I look at our customers, fast adoption, but not infinitely fast. Can I try a hot take on you? Yeah, I feel like diffusion is code that people use to say when it's like, if the model isn't able to do something, they're like, oh, but it's like a diffusion issue. But then you should use the comparison to humans. You would think that the inherent advantages that AIs have would make diffusion a much easier problem for new AIs getting onboarded than new humans getting onboarded. So an AI can read your entire Slack in your Drive in minutes. They can share all the knowledge that the other copies of the same instance have. You don't have this adverse selection problem when you're hiring AIs, because you can just hire copies of a vetted AI model. Hiring a human is like so much more hassle, and people hire humans all the time, right? We pay humans upwards of $50 trillion in wages because they're useful, even though it's like, in principle, it would be much easier to integrate AIs into the economy than it is to hire humans. I think like the diffusion, I feel like doesn't really explain. I think diffusion is very real, and doesn't have to, doesn't exclusively have to do with limitations on the AI models. Like, again, there are people who use diffusion to as kind of a buzzword to say this isn't a big deal. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about, AI will diffuse at the speed that previous. I think AI will diffuse much faster than previous technologies have, but not infinitely fast. So I'll just give an example of this, right? Like, there's like Claude Code. Like, Claude Code is extremely easy to set up. If you're a developer, you can kind of just start using Claude Code. There is no reason why a developer at a large enterprise should not be adopting Claude Code as quickly as, an individual developer at a startup. And we do everything we can to promote it, right? We sell Claude Code to enterprises, and big enterprises like big financial companies, big pharmaceutical companies, all of them, they're adopting Claude Code much faster than enterprises typically adopt new technology, right? But again, it takes time. Like any given feature or any given
less than 24 hours. I don't like. I mean, I could have a flow to where I take out a smoothie from the freezer and put it in the fridge, and then drink a smoothie, and then I just do that, and I make 7 per week. I'm gonna try to do that. I like this. I think these look really good. What do they have? So they have boneless chicken thighs, oil, paprika, blah, 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 seasoning, rice, pinto bean, cilantro, potatoes, bell peppers, onion, cheese, salsa, sour cream. That looks delicious.
Burrito bowls have over 1,000 calories for the chicken. Into a large bowl, add 1 tablespoon or 15 grams of oil. Weight was that certain foods will make your bulking experience last up to 5 days in the fridge, so once they have cooled down close to room temperature, you can throw on the lids and move them away to be stored. To reheat the meal, I remove the metal ramekin of salsa and microwave the meals for 2 to 3 minutes, stirring every 60 seconds or so, and removing the meal once it's hot. Once it comes out of the microwave, I drizzle the salsa over the dish and top it with 30 grams of sour cream. This meal has been an absolute treasure to eat this week. It is packed full of
I would have to throw out the sour cream. That's kind of annoying, but I'm gonna keep this because this is kind of perfect for me. Give it an hour a week, 1,000 calories. That's kind of cool. I really like this website. It's kind of straight to the point.
Product like Claude Code or like Cowork will get adopted by the.
Done. Runs every hour to do deep research. Let me check on that. Let me see if I can still message it. Telegram. Okay, well, I think I'm pretty much set. I'll see how that runs out. Maybe I'll set up a little bit better version of it, but that's pretty much exactly what I wanted for the time being. Okay then. Well, I'm gonna end stream.